Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's now time for our WNBA two-pack here with Ramon Scott. You'll find his screenplays over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's been on a tear here in Major League Baseball, MMA as well for 2024. Let's bring him in right now. Ramon, what's going on?
Hey Tony, I was thinking about taking Monday off because of the lack of our sports, but I got two WNBA games, got a couple baseball games. I'm never taking a day off. I don't care if it's July 1st.
That's right. July 1st here starts out here with the, not a lot of games, but they're bettable. So here we go. We get started here with Sun and Mercury. Late night action here. Sun, Mercury, 10 Eastern time. We see the Sun is going to be laying 3 on the road, a total 159.5.
Yeah, maybe a little more attention here for the WNBA on Monday night in this one with Mercury here, Tony taking on the Sun. This one, hey, don't get confused here because you got the Connecticut Sun and the Phoenix Mercury. I know it's a little bit, if you haven't been around the WNBA, you might see Sun and get a little bit mixed up because of Phoenix in there. But hey, not for us experts or long term fans of the WNBA. Connecticut comes in here, Tony, having lost 3 of their last 4, including 78-74 to Atlanta on Friday in a loss there, Tony. Connecticut still 13-4, but they have shown a little bit of coming back to the pack here of late. Maybe of those top teams, they might be the one that's maybe number 3 or 4 here. Maybe they're not up to the level of those top teams here at this point with just a little bit of lapse here of late, but they are going to take on a Phoenix Mercury team here who did play on Sunday night, Tony, Sunday afternoon, I should say, but they led by 11 at halftime, but lost to the Indiana Fever, the hot Indiana Fever all of a sudden. They gave up a 27-2 run in that game and an 88-82 loss to Indiana. Griner had 24 points. Tarasi had 19, and Natasha Cloud mixed it up a little bit in there with the Fever, and she's had 15 points as well. Phoenix is still 6-2 at home despite the loss. The teams met back on May 28th. It was 70-47. Wow. Connecticut got that one, Tony, as a minus 8-point favorite. There's no doubt that the Phoenix Mercury are a little bit poor defensively in that backcourt, maybe with Cloud, maybe with DT. Maybe they don't have that same defensive intensity. Maybe I still think that maybe the passion is there, maybe the ability isn't so much anymore. But there's no doubt I'm going against the Sharps here, Tony. They are definitely on the Connecticut Sun tomorrow. The move has been all Sun here, Tony, but I want to take the Mercury at home. I still think that maybe they're still a little bit underrated here at a 500 clip at this point. The problem here, I think, Tony, for Connecticut, I talked about the Tony T special, right? Maybe this is a little bit of a qualifier. Connecticut played a little bit of a road trip. They went out west, Las Vegas, Seattle, and then headed back home, or headed up to Washington to come back home to Connecticut. Talk about the Washington Mystics. So they played 2 games on the West Coast, played Washington, then went back home, and then now they're back out here to play Phoenix. So they went 3 road games, home for 1, and then back out to the West Coast. So I'm going to end up taking Phoenix here, Tony. I think that's a little bit of a tricky spot. Give me the 2.5 now. I'm seeing some threes out there, and again, this is a total overnight move here by the Sharps. They are definitely on the Connecticut Sun, but I have the Mercury in this one, Tony.
All right, well, Scott, click the link below for his best bets, Sun and Mercury. Ramon will be here on the Mercury. You can find threes kind of split out there right now, 3s and 2.5. So you're line shopping, you get the best number. Be sure you use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all Ramon's premium pick packages. Let's continue here on our WNBA 2-pack here for the Monday card. Ready for the next game here on the board. Wings at Storm 11. The total coming in at 168.5.
Yeah, the teams just played, Tony, 2 nights ago. So a little bit of a rematch here, but we can't run it back. We can't just run the same preview here, it feels like, in this one. Now, it was the 3rd straight win for the Seattle Storm in that game. Dallas lost at Seattle 97-76 as an 11-point dog. It did go over, by the way, 168 was the total, and they finished there with 173 points. It was the sixth game in seven on the road for Dallas, as they've been a little bit of a travel spot. Teams also met back on June 13th, and Seattle won 92-84 as a 6.5-point favorite, and that one went over as well. Now, Dallas does rank in the bottom three in field goal percentage here, and they're taking on a Seattle team that they're definitely better right now than last year by far. You got to put Seattle up there right now. You look at the starting personnel and their 12-6 record. They only won 11 games all of last season, so Seattle's one of the most improved teams. They also are the number 2 team defensively in field goal percentage. So I think both teams actually are very, very good defensively at guard. And also, in the front court a little bit as well. I think maybe, if anything, Dallas might be underrated defensively. It's hard to talk about it right now with the kind of the streak that they've been on, Tony. They've lost 12 of their last 13. They're only 4-14 right now. They had 19 turnovers in that game on Saturday. It didn't look too good. And they're coming in 4-14. Jewel Lloyd had 30 points for the Storm in the game that these two played 2 nights ago. She's been pretty hot, scored 64 points in the last 2 games. But I'm going to end up going under here in this one, Tony. The familiarity of the game coming back here just a couple nights later to play again, and Dallas's woes right now. I think they're going to be the team that might be held down here. I'm just going to end up taking under 169 in the rematch here from a couple nights ago between the Dallas Wings and the Seattle Storm on Monday night.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his premium picks. Wings and Storm pick, he'll be under total here, 169. All right, we got you through this 2-pack with Ramon. Now it's time to turn our attention over to Tony'sPicks.com for the Monday card. We know it's light here going here on a Monday here. Of course, but Ramon has been cranking here in Major League Baseball for 2024. 886 units of profit. All document over at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. You can verify that. Just go to Ramon's handicapper page. You can check it all out. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, Tony, I think it will be in action probably in both these WNBA games. Looking at it here, maybe we're waiting for a little bit. It's that big move on the side here. I maybe could have waited. You could too if you like that dog, but I think we're looking at a couple of plays in the WNBA, and maybe we can get another one out in Major League Baseball on our 3-game card, Tony. Might be expecting a 3-pack of games on Monday here. Not going to force anything after a little bit of winter here on Sunday, and a pretty good week for me over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check me out for the week. Why not grab the 7-day all sports pass? I'll give you the winners on Monday night. We'll go all the way through next weekend's action here, Tony, as we focus on Major League Baseball and the WNBA this week. Had 3 winners also in the UFC. Kind of had 4, but they scrapped one of the bouts there over the weekend, Tony. And, my guy won, but he was facing a guy who basically had 4 hours prep, and Dan Ige. Amazing. He gave a great account of himself as well. We gave out the winner, but he had a different opponent. No problem. We went 3-1 the UFC on Saturday night and kept our roll going here at Tony'sPicks.com. It's been pretty good stretch. Check out the handicapper leaderboards, see who's hot, and then get signed up using that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. Hey, if I get a little package together there for Monday, you can throw that discount on there and pick up my best plays. Won't say we didn't handicap these with a fine-tooth comb a couple of times, Tony, with our light card. Why not get rolling here on Monday with me over at Tony'sPicks.com?
That's right, guys. Get on board the Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results here in baseball for the year. Click the link in the description. Land on Ramon's handicapper page there. You can check out what his pick offerings here, premiums for Monday, or scroll and find his pick history as we use a third-party service for the odds, the scores, the grading, so you can verify all the results there. And, of course, no better time to get on board with a long-term pass. I know you guys like that 7-day pass here on a Monday. And, of course, you get all your coverage from MLB as well as WNBA, the peripheral sports, UFC, MLS in there as well. or keep an eye on those one-day passes up there, multi-packs, best bets. The one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. Whatever you choose, just remember that promo code at checkout, Tony T, will save you that 20% off. Access Ramon's page. Just click the link you see in the description, land here, and get signed up. Ramon also hosts Morning Steam here, live here every day on the Tony's Mix YouTube channel, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, with a pick from every game on the board. He'll go and delve into peripheral picks as well. Of course, it is chat driven, so you folks in the chat room can chime in with your picks and your suggestions, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, check out the archive immediately, archives on our live tab on the YouTube channel. For Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.